Welcome to Chai with Lakshmi. It's bright and early and I'm having my morning cup of chai. Getting around Indian metros is a nightmare sometimes. With the metros coming up, there might be some relief. But can we all decrease our carbon footprint further? And can public transport become much more convenient? Well, today I'm introducing you to a bunch of young entrepreneurs who have a solution.
ATCAG will serve as another public transport system. Parallelly, along with the BMTC, the metro and the auto rickshaws and everything. Depending on your convenience, you can take and move from one point to another.
ATCAG basically stands for Automated Tracking and Control of Green Assets. Green assets here being bicycles.
End user will end up paying about 300 rupees per annum, and he would get 1 hour of cycling every day free. That is 365 hours of cycling, and your everyday cost will come down to less than a rupee. It's also not that. If the person wants to use the bicycle for more than an hour, he'll be charged about 10 rupees per hour, which is again very nominal. And the system will work along in parallel with the other public transport systems. We'll have a half an hour margin before and after the public transport system starts, because if after a person gets out from the metro or the BMTC, there'll be the bicycle to reach his last mile.
So from that point of view, if your average customer is going to be paying you 300 rupees a year, plus 10 rupees maybe once every 2-3 days, depending on how they use the cycle, how often and for how long, how are you going to make this a sustainable model? How much is the government supporting you on this? How are you going to be able to expand across the country?
This project is basically in association with government. It's a build, operate, transfer model. Wherein the government gives us land and then we fix the system, run the system for a few years, and then transfer the system. During the time when we are running the system, the way we recover our investment is through advertisements. You see the panel boards over here. This is just a pilot stage where we have only 6 cycles in each docking machine. But when the actual project kicks off, we'll be having at least 12 bicycles in each docking machine. So we're talking about an advertisement space on this panel of about 5 feet into 24-25 feet and about 2.5 feet into 5 feet.
With our past experience with the government, it's been really a breeze. And people are...
That's nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. Usually that isn't the case. Usually it's like a huge challenge.
Yeah, so it's been a breeze, and they've been very cooperative. They've already made plans. They've granted funds to make cycle lanes, dedicated cycle lanes for people to cycle. The idea is to have bicycle docking stations along the bicycle lanes, so that it gives connectivity as well as there is...
Yeah, it's easy for the commuter to come, just take the cycle and get to the next docking station, and I guess
that's true.
Slip it in. Yeah. So tell me, how does the system work, and what is it that we're offering to common people here?
First, register with the company, you get a smart card. Once you get a smart card, you swipe it to the system. So the system is kind of centrally connected to a central server. So in any one of the system, once you swipe your smart card, it verifies the authenticity of you and allots you a cycle. Once you get a cycle, you can take it, you can roam around the place and put it back in any of the systems. And again, while putting back, you just swipe your smart card, it says where you have to put your cycle back, and you just put the cycle back there.
You see the bicycles locked into the docking station electromechanically. So they are safe here. Even if someone tries to pull them out, it's not going to come out. It's an electromechanical wire with a sensor and hard steel. If you want to unlock the bicycle, you need to register with us. You get a smart card like this. There will be a blinking LED panel over here which will indicate where to scan the smart card. And then I do this. It contacts with the server at the cellular room and checks with the database. If the user is valid, it says 1 cycle unlocked for you, and then it will indicate which dock is being released, and then you can take out the bicycle seat. For example, this lock is blinking, so that means I can take out the bicycle, start using it and move out.
These are bicycles which are imported from, they're made in Taiwan, and they've been designed in such a way that it gives a comfortable feeling when the person rides the bicycle. It also includes safety features like the headlamp and the tail lamp, which will be part of the bicycle that's going to be issued. And the idea is to have unisex bicycles so that both men and women can use it. We are also concerned about personal safety, so we are planning to give out helmets for the cyclists along with the bicycles. And we are also concerned about hygiene. So every bicycle will be sanitized after a person comes and leaves it back into the docking station. We would need ground staff, maintenance staff for the bicycles. We need hygiene for maintaining the hygiene. We need staff again. We need 24-hour security at our premises to prevent vandalizing of the systems. And also we have a group team called Concentration Ferry. What this team does is, if there is a concentration of bicycles in a particular location and there is no bicycles in another location, these guys ferry the bicycles from one place to another and make sure that when the user comes, there will be a bicycle for him or her to take.
So how old are the three of you again?
I am 26 and these guys are just
22. I am 22. ATCAG basically started when I was in my final year engineering, where I developed the first prototype. Later on, after we graduated, I approached Srinivas, and then he was more than happy to join with me, and then we started Kerberon Automation. But then we were hugely missing out on the business angle. When we approached him, he was more than happy to help us out on the business angle, and then once he was here, you could see where Kerberon Automation has reached on the business side.
So where do you see this system going? Right now in Bangalore, we've got 3 docking stations, and I think each of them have about 6 cycles. Yeah. What's the next step? How is it going to roll out across the country?
It's going to grow across India. It's going to be seen in every major metropolitan city across India.
Fantastic. I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining me on Chai with Lakshmi.